Just waiting for a few people to come on in. Today, we're going to be talking all about leveling up your mindset and how not to allow distractions to deter you from your focus. Let's get into it. A lot of times, if you're not careful, whatever God is calling you to do, a lot of times the enemy is sending people to attack that. So you have to be very awakened. You have to be aware of exactly who you're around, who you have in your circle, so that you can protect your peace and energy. So you're not allowing people to come in and cause you to fumble your blessing. Like I said, as chosen ones, we go through a lot of battles. You go through things that you think you can't bounce back from. Welcome in, welcome in. But I'm here to tell you today that, don't let things dethrone you. Don't let anything prevent you from doing what God called you to do. As a chosen one, you're going to go through a lot of attacks. You're going to go through people trying to smear your name. You're going to go through people trying to deter you from your purpose because people don't want to see you elevate. But I'm here to tell you today, don't let people who judge you or people who try to prevent you from growing stop you from your calling. Because a lot of times they're trying to stop you because you're doing something that they want to do. So I'm here to encourage you today to just keep moving forward no matter what. Keep building that resilient strength and keep walking in your purpose unapologetically. So if you're going through a situation where you feel like, people trying to dethrone you, somebody trying to put stumbling blocks in your way, or you feel like you stuck, I'm here to tell you you're not stuck. You just got to keep going. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if you can hear me okay. Can y'all hear me okay? Can you guys? Oh, okay. I see 3 people in here, but I'm not sure if you can see me. Hear me. Whenever you come in, don't forget to introduce yourself in the chat and let me know where you're from. Let me know where you're from. And if you are new here, welcome. My name is Prophetess Precious K. I'm here to help you transform your life, heal from emotional trauma, and turn that pain into power. Welcome in. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me okay? Because I see y'all coming in, but I just want to make sure you can hear me. Today is Mindset Monday. I want to help y'all, like I say, start y'all week off powerful, where y'all not letting what happened last week come into this week. Oh, you say, yeah, okay. Just 1 second. So what are some of the things that you guys doing this week? Have y'all already planned things this week, like far as your goals? Let's talk about it. Where are you currently? And while I'm waiting, I'm just going to keep speaking. Like I said, when every month, okay, I'm at the lake. Oh, okay, that's a good place to start. A peaceful day. But yeah, whenever you go into a new month, you always want to have new goals and a new mindset. Don't let what happened last month go into your new month. I'm here to encourage you today. Like I say, you got to keep going no matter what. Yes, as chosen ones, we're going to deal with a lot of situations that try to dethrone us. But like I say, don't feel like that setback is the end of your story. That setback could very well be your setup. So don't always think that it's going to be the end of your story. And like I say, it's so easy to think that as chosen ones, because you go through so many battles, you go through too many attacks. But I'm here to tell you today, like, don't let them dethrone you. You got to keep going no matter what. A lot of people, they miss out on their breakthrough because guess what? They give up before it comes. God didn't put you here to give up. So do I have somebody in here that you're currently starting your journey and you feel like you at a stage where you feel like you can't keep going, you feel like you're stuck, or you feeling like a lot of people putting stumbling blocks in your way? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Like I said, it's so easy to feel stuck, but I'm here to tell you, you're not stuck. You just got to come out from amongst whoever you're around that's trying to make you feel stuck, or whatever environment that you're in. You got to get from around those types of situations. So if you're feeling stuck, let me know in the chat. Okay, so I didn't see nobody respond yet. But whether you know it or not, chosen ones, like I said, God give us the toughest battles because He know and He trusts us to be able to endure those trying times. But like I said, a lot of people give up right before God is getting ready to bless them. And sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you might feel like God is not moving in your life. It's probably because you got the wrong people in your life. You surrounded by the wrong, you might be in a relationship that God called you out of. Because if you're not in alignment, you're not going to hear what God is calling you to do. So I got 15 people on here. Let me know where you're from in the chat, and just talk briefly about things that you may have experienced. I'm here to help you guys. What are some of the things that you may have experienced that you feel like has dethroned you from your path? Okay, so while I'm waiting, I'm just keep talking, but you got to keep going, you guys. You can't stop. You got to keep moving forward. Because the moment you stop, guess what? You letting the enemy cause you to fumble your blessings. You can't stop because you encounter one setback. You can't stop because something's not going your way. Because God said lean to His understanding. You got to understand that, things is not going to always operate the way you want them to operate. That's what I had to learn on my journey too. Because I always felt like, the need to be in control of my situation and how things happen. But sometimes you have to, let God show you and let Him lead you. Have anybody experienced that? And if you haven't, it's fine. But like I said, I was just dropping in today, and just to see if you guys have anything you want to talk about. You guys have anything you experienced. I'm here for you guys. I know it's early in the morning. Some people probably haven't even started their day yet, but I'll be here early. Hold on. I know with great rewards come big responsibilities. I haven't gotten a dime and I'm frustrated. I am the chosen one, harassed by a whole town. I'm grateful for how God has moved so much for me. I can definitely understand that, Zess. It feels like, yes, the chosen one journey comes with a lot of big responsibilities, and it can definitely make you frustrated. It can definitely feel like, there's no way out. And see, when you're a chosen one, a lot of people see that power inside you and they see your light. So you're going to have groups of people trying to come against you to try to suppress your shine and try to dim your light because they envy your calling. They envy that anointing on your life. And see, when you're in a situation like that, especially like if you're a prophet, you're not going to have honor in your hometown. You got to come out from amongst them and get out of that town, because you're not going to be able to thrive in a place where somebody's trying to suppress your shine. And sometimes, when it comes to your family, you might grow up with people, they envy they envy your calling, or they envy because it look like you moving faster than them, or they feel like because they're older than you that they should be ahead of you. You know what I'm saying? And some people, like I say, people don't make the right decisions and they'll try to hold you back when things is not right for them. And, I'm here to tell you today, if you're around somebody that's trying to hold you back, come out from amongst them. If you're at a job that's trying to suppress your shine, whether you're under supervisors, co-workers that's trying to suppress your shine, come out from amongst them. Because there's a lot of people, you're in certain jobs, they see you confident, they see you happy, they'll try to suppress your shine because they envy what you carry. And you're not going to be able to get a lot of promotions at certain jobs too, especially like if you're under an insecure leader, they'll try to suppress your shine. If you're around insecure coworkers, they'll try to suppress your shine or try to go back and tell your leadership things about you to make you look like a bad person. So with chosen ones, like I said, you're going to experience a lot of attacks. You're going to go through a lot of smear campaigns. You're going to go through a lot of people trying to make you look like they smarter than you, or make you look like you don't know what you're talking about, or you crazy because the frequency that you vibrate at is higher than their frequency, and they don't understand the frequency you own. They're low vibrational. So because they're low vibrational, they want to bring you back down because they feel like you're too much. But in all reality, they feel like they're not enough, and they want you to feel like they're not enough either. So that's why they target you. And if you notice that when God call you and they see you about to thrive, that's when they target you the most, because they want to stop you and suppress your shine. You're going to have a lot of people, especially leaders, and especially, like I say, people in your family, they see you getting influenced. They want to try to suppress your shine and try to block your influence because they're jealous of your calling. But I'm here to tell you today, don't let nobody interfere with what God has called you to do. You have to block them. And yes, you're going to deal with them trying to stalk you on your social media accounts because they jealous. They got to sit at the front row and watch you win when they could have been with you. But what they chose to do, they chose hate over healing. But I'm here to tell you today, if you're around somebody that's hating on you, that's trying to hold you back, come out from amongst them, because you will never make it. If you be with them, they're going to pull you down. And like I said, I moved out of state. My own family has joined the abuse by greed. I only have God, and my faith, won't allow me to quit. And see, that's the thing. God was also showing me some things about that as well in the spirit where, that greed, when it comes to that greed spirit, they want power, they want control, and they want to control everything you do. Like I said, they just can't fathom seeing you grow or elevate beyond the limit they set for you. And they get greedy. Like I said, they see you doing something, they want to know your next move before you even make it. They try to outshine you to make it seem like they're the original. And that's that mimicry spirit. You have to be careful with that in this season. And that's why, like I said, that's why the chosen ones are being attacked, because people have that greed spirit, that Jezebel spirit where they're addicted to trying to control you. I call them emotional puppeteers, and I also call them narcissists. They're trying to control you and suppress your shine because, like I said, they can't handle the anointing on your life. So you can't allow people like that to deter you from what God calling you to do. Say, I only have God. Yep. And when you say only have God, God is big. God can help you fight these battles. You know what I'm saying? Just because the battles are unseen don't mean God is not moving. But whatever you do, do not quit. And if you get to a point in your life where you feel like it's unbearable, I have a mentorship program where I help chosen ones. I help them heal and thrive through situations that try to keep them stuck, whether it's narcissistic abuse, workplace bullying, whether you dealt with sibling rivalry, whether you dealt with just smear campaigns, humiliation rituals, any type of situations that you may have encountered that try to dethrone you. I teach you how to recover in my mentorship program. And if you want to know more about that, you could check it out in my bio. Because a lot of times, like I said, you can think there's no way out, but I'm here to tell you today, there is a way out. You just got to keep going. And like you said, don't quit. Because if you quit, that means that you're giving up on your breakthrough. And whether you know it or not, like sometimes God, some people, quit right before their breakthrough. And God don't want you to quit. He wants you to keep going. And that's why with the chosen ones, you experience so many attacks. So if you're in a season right now where the attacks have intensified, that means God is, you're close to something and the enemy trying to block it. The enemy view you as a threat. So when people come up against you, don't look at it like, oh goodness, don't look at it or feel weak, because you're strong, and they want to take you down because they are intimidated by what you carry. They intimidated, and that influence you have, they don't have it. So that's why when God do blow you up, they're gonna try to like sabotage you or do little stupid things, because They want attention. They seeking attention, and they teach, seeking popularity. But God didn't call us here to be liked. He called us here for a purpose, and that's why they can't get to where you are, because they letting pride and ego lead. So don't allow what somebody else doing block you on your journey. And that's what I teach you inside my mentorship program. I teach you how to build that resilient strength, how to bounce back from situations that most people won't even come back from because they don't know how to fight the battle. I've been through those battles. I have battle tested prayers that help me cope and thrive through situations. Like I said, people try to bury me in. But I'm telling you, God definitely equipped me with how to help people and help you heal those emotional traumas that you might feel that you can't heal from. Because a lot of times, like I said, you can feel like you're stuck. You can feel like there's no way out. And see, that's the trick of an enemy. He wants you to feel like you're stuck and there's no way out. But I'm here to tell you today, the devil is a liar. You got to keep going. You got to keep moving. And I'm going to tell you, like I said, you're going to keep dealing with attacks because they're so jealous of your calling. They want to keep attacking you because they want you to shrink back. Don't shrink. You got to keep rising. Because they already had shrink back, so they want you to shrink back too. No, because because you feel weak, that don't mean I feel weak. And you say, thank you, I'm trucking on that, because many are called, yet few are chosen. That's right. And see, God might have called some of them, but guess what? They was too afraid. And they backed up and they didn't take the call. But as soon as you took the call, they want to attack you and bring you down. No, just because you feel weak, that don't mean that I feel weak. I applied the pressure that I needed to get to where I'm at today, and I ain't letting nobody stop me. And don't you let nobody stop you. And that's why I come on here every day, and you, like I said, you're going to get attacked, but don't stop. They want you to stop because they feel like you're getting close to your breakthrough. They don't want you to make it. They done painted false narratives about you, and they want you to, live in that narrative that they painted against you. But God didn't get them the pen. God is the author of our life. God writes our life. God tells our story. They want the credit. They want the credit for your life and how your life turned out. But like I said, I'm telling you, if it was up to them, you would never make it higher than them. And that's why God, is in charge, because it's a lot of unfairness going on out here. People feel like they should have more than you. People are always in competition. People trying to suppress you when it look like you're getting further than them. God didn't put us here to compete. He put us here to collaborate. And if you're around the wrong people, they will bring you down and you will never elevate. Because see, you got to understand, the people that's attacking you, they want you to stay asleep. They don't want you to wake up to your true calling. They don't want you to wake up to your true self, because they shrunk back and they want you to do it too. But I'm telling you, do not shrink back. Do not allow them to throw you off your game. And you're going to notice when you start building influence and you start thriving, you're going to deal with attacks because they don't want you to thrive. They want you to look weak and look small. But God is exposing all of them in this season. The ones that try to bring you down, the ones that smeared your name, are being exposed and put to shame. So you got to keep going no matter what, because they're going to come for you. They can't stand to see you grow. And what makes me upset, like with people like that, is they did what they want to do, but when it's your time, they want to go when it's your turn. No, you need to sit back, slide over and put a seatbelt, because this is not your time. And when your time comes, you might not have a time because they're trying to stop you. They're so busy focusing on you that they can't even find they calling. They lost. So they coming to attack you because they can't find themselves. And they want to, you're going to deal with people, like I say, they claim they hate you, but they want to copy you. They want to, I'm going to be honest, they almost want to embody who you are, but they can't stand you, but they copying you. If you notice somebody copying you, but they claim they hate you, pay attention to that. That's a red flag. Because my thing is, if they hate you so bad, why do you follow me? Why you can't stand to, see me thrive? It's like you want to hold me back. You don't want people to see how great I am, but it's not up to them. That's why God is exposing them in this season. God gave you a stage and they want to be on your stage too. No, you had your chance, but guess what? You fumbled it. So you're not going to shine when it's my time. And that's one thing I love about God. If they do try to copy you, if they do try to do things you're doing, God will always make the distinction. And when somebody operating out of illusions and being fake, it'll show. And that's why, like, I know I had a lot of people that came up against me. They got mad because they try to copy, they try to match me and could not outshine me. And that makes them angry when they can't be you. And first off, Nobody should ever want to be another person. Be yourself. You didn't, and the thing about it, they can try to walk in your shoes, but if that's not their purpose, and if God didn't call them to do that, you're not going to thrive in that lane because God didn't call you to do that. And if you do thrive, it's not going to feel natural because your audience is going to be able to tell that you haven't even been through the pain. People can tell when you're not practicing what you preach. Okay, so he said, I moved out of state. My own family has joined the abuse by greed. Okay, I read that one. Thank you. Yeah, so don't feel like you're by yourself. And like I said, don't let these attacks discourage you. That's what the enemy wants. He want to discourage you right before your breakthrough because he wants you to give up. He wants you to shrink back. And these people that's attacking you, if you notice, they have fake profiles. If you look at their name, it'd be a name that, that don't even make sense. Look at their influence. They only got like 15 followers. They can't get no influence, so they want to take your stage. No, you're not going to take what I work hard for. I earn what I do. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to them, they don't want to work. They want to take shortcuts. They want somebody to help them, get them a leg up, or they want somebody to save them. And see, one thing about the chosen, we're not looking for nobody to save us. We apply pressure by ourselves, and that intimidates them. So I'm here to tell you today, you got to stand in your power and know who you are and know whose you are. Because if you don't, you leaving yourself vulnerable for these attacks. And that's why I came on here today to, like I said, bring awareness to the tactics that they're using. They're provoking your spirit. They're using people in the family, whether or even in the workplace, to come together in groups and trying to bully you. But like I said, I teach you inside my mentorship how to heal from that, how to be awakened to those tactics so that you can protect yourself and not allow them to make you feel like, you can't thrive or you can't make it in your life. Because that's a trick of the enemy. God did not call you to shrink back. He called you to rise up and rise above the pettiness. And like I said, when people attack you, they don't like to be exposed. That's what I learned. They don't like to be exposed. They want you to be quiet. God did not call you here to be quiet. He called you to stand straight on business, and they can't handle your anointing. So that's why you're being attacked. No matter, and I want you to know too, no matter what they do, they cannot stop you. So that's why I say do not stop. They're trying to delay your progress because guess what? They feel stuck and stagnant in their life. All they did was gossiped, and all they did was, worry about what everybody else doing. And while they was doing that, you was building your empire. You was on, standing on business. You don't have time for gossip. That's one thing about the chosen ones. We don't have time to be gossiping. We too busy building empires. So, like I said, just stand straight on business in this season. Don't let nobody tell you any different. And like that's why God, he called many, but all of them don't get chosen because they're not ready. They're afraid. And if God gave some people the power, they'll misuse it and abuse it. That's why a lot of people that's trying to attack you, they are already dealing with greed and power. And that's why God didn't bless them because they already greedy. God is not going to bless nobody that's greedy. You want to use that power to attack people. You want to abuse it. God is not going to bless nobody that's operating in hate, manipulation, fear, and that Jezebel spirit. So they can try to attack you all they want to, but guess what? They'll never thrive if they keep coming after you. It's a lot of unhealed people out here, and instead of healing, they want to choose hate over healing, and they want to choose gossip over growth. But I'm here to encourage you this week. Like I say, stand straight on business. Don't let nobody stop you. Don't let nobody make you feel less than. Because like I said, they want you to shrink. You got to stand in your power. Stand straight in your power. And, like I say, and be awakened to the tactics for the most part. Yeah, but I'm just dropping in today. I'm not going to be on here long because I got to head out in a few minutes and handle some things. But I just felt the need to come on here and just, let y'all know that it's not the end of your story. You got to keep moving no matter what. And don't allow situations from other people dethrone you. But I hope y'all have a wonderful Monday. I will see y'all next time. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye.